When your PC crashes, the troubleshooting process usually looks like this. You paste an error code into Google, click through a dozen conflicting forum posts, and end up more lost than when you started. Eventually, almost every piece of advice points you to the same place, the Windows command prompt. For anyone who doesn't work in IT, staring down a blinking cursor on a black screen and typing out exact system-level syntax is completely nerve-wracking. Sioni Windows Toolkit Pro, currently on version 1.63, was built specifically to bypass that terminal window. It is a completely free, community-developed utility created by an independent German developer known as Captain_Chris. Instead of forcing you to memorize text commands, this tool gathers 71 of the most crucial Windows repair, diagnostic, and maintenance scripts and puts them behind a clean, one-click graphical interface. But there is an immediate hurdle. The moment you download a file, Windows Defender will almost certainly flag it as a severe Trojan threat and try to block you from opening it. You have to decide if skipping hours of terminal troubleshooting is worth the very real friction of manually overriding your computer's built-in security systems to run an independent tool. By default, the software protects you from making catastrophic mistakes. It launches in beginner mode, locking away dangerous maintenance options and restricting your view to 49 thoroughly vetted, safe commands. Every single action clearly displays a risk label, low, medium, or high, along with a plain English explanation of exactly what that button will do to your system before you click it. If you don't even know which of those safe commands to run first, the software includes a feature called the Guided Repair Assistant. You select a broad symptom you're experiencing, like Windows Update isn't working or the PC is unstable, and the software automatically generates a custom step-by-step diagnostic sequence for that specific problem. This flowchart illustrates the safety engine. Selecting a network problem lines up recommendations from lowest impact fixes at the top to aggressive resets at the bottom. The assistant tracks real-time progress, logging successes or failures, and dynamically adjusting remaining steps based on your system state. For someone who normally panics at a frozen screen, this removes the guesswork. You get a structured, logic-driven safety net instead of blind Google searches. If you manage PC hardware for a living and know exactly what you're doing, you can toggle the software into expert mode and drop the safety rails. This unlocks the full library of 71 commands, giving you immediate access to deep system file restorations, memory diagnostics, and the Windows Reliability Monitor. Because the entire toolkit is contained within a single portable executable file, there is no installation process. It drops zero bloatware and leaves no registry footprint on the host machine. The trade-off for that clean portability is that the tool cannot update itself in the background. When the developer releases a patch, you have to manually download the new version directly from the DeskModder community forums. As of version 1.6, the interface supports 6 different languages natively, meaning you can drop it onto a flash drive and deploy it internationally without translating menus for local users. For an IT professional, the value here is strictly operational. You already know how to run a DISM scan, but clicking one button is significantly faster than configuring environments and typing the syntax out manually. Which brings us back to the primary obstacle, that alarming walk attack Trojan warning from Windows Defender when you first launch the application. This happens because of how the software is packaged. The developer wrote the tool in Python and used a common packaging program called PyInstaller to turn those scripts into a single Windows executable file. This diagram shows how PyInstaller wraps the underlying code in an opaque shell, hiding harmless internal scripts from outside view. Modern heuristic antivirus engines treat unsigned wrappers accessing system files with suspicion. The scanner bounces off the shell, assumes the worst, and flags it. To verify the tool is actually safe, the developer actively subjects every new release to open community vetting on the highly regulated DeskModder forums, maintaining a transparent track record with hundreds of users. Knowing this, you have to manually bypass the block. When the blue smart screen warning appears, you click More Info, and then select Run Anyway to grant the application access. The security flag isn't malicious. It is a predictable architectural quirk of running unsigned, independent software that relies on system-level permissions. Sioni Toolkit Pro takes the intimidating, text-heavy reality of Windows administration and makes it accessible to anyone who can operate a mouse. This chart maps your approach based on technical skill and repair complexity. If you rarely touch settings, stay on the lower end. Use beginner mode's guided assistant. IT pros sit at the high end. Unlock expert mode on a diagnostic USB drive. Just keep in mind that no matter your skill level, you have to be comfortable manually overriding the Windows Smart Screen warning every time you set it up on a new PC. Sioni Windows Toolkit Pro is an essential download. It takes the built-in, highly effective commands your computer already possesses and removes the intimidating barrier required to actually use them.